everyone, this is Mrs. McCreary. Today we're going to be talking about profit and loss, the last topic in arithmetic. We're going to be looking at Pure Mathematics, Section 52. So, Section 52 says, all questions involving the loss or gain percent by any transacting belong to the rule and may be generally worked in proportion. So all of these are just going to be proportion problems. Since they are percent, we are going to always be dealing with 100 somewhere in each proportion. So example 1, a man buys goose at 5 shillings and sells them at 5 shillings 8 pounds. What is his gain percent? So he is selling them at 5 shillings. We're going to compare that as though he were selling them at 100 shillings, or he bought them, or 100 pounds. To get that percent, because percent is per 100, equal to 8 pennies, the amount that he raised the price, compared to our unknown value, that was his gain percent. So we're just going to use our rule of 3, 100 times 8, second term times third term, divided by that first term, 5 shillings. So 100 times 8 over 5. Now 5 is in shillings, we need to get it in pounds, so we'll multiply by 12. Alright, so this gives us 800, this gives us 60, we go ahead and divide. 61, 60, and now we've reached the end. We can see that we've got a 20 here, 20 here. It's going to continue to be 3s, so we can just put a third. So after we've divided, we found that we have 13 and a third percent, because if he were selling it, if he had bought it at $100 or 100 pounds, he would have then sold it at 113 and a third, so it's 13%. Our second example, by selling goods at 6 shillings and 3 pennies, there is a gain of 25%. What will be the selling price to gain 10%? Alright, so now we're going to be looking at those percentages. What does it mean to gain by 25%? What does it mean to gain by 10%? Well, if it's a gain, we have the entire value plus 25% more, so we're going to be having 125 compared to, that's what we currently have, and we're going to compare that to the 10% gain that we want, which is the entire 100% value plus another 10, so 110. Excuse me. And so we're going to be looking at, so 25% compared to 10%, or 125% compared to 110%, equals 6 shillings, 3 pennies over our new price. So we're just going to be, again, using our rule of 3. So second term times third term, and I'm just going to leave it in shillings and pennies for now, just because it'll be easier to work with it later. So 110 times 3 is going to be 330 pennies. 110 times 6 is going to be 660 shillings. And I wrote that too close. Sorry, just a sec. Okay, so 330 pennies, 660 shillings, and now we're dividing by 125. Okay, so 660 divided by 125, 5, 10, 12, 6, okay, so we end up with 35 shillings and 330 pennies. Alright, so we have there are 35 shillings and 330 pennies or pence, but we know that there are 12 pence in a shilling, so we have 35 times 12. Okay, so it ends up with 420 there, plus our 330. Okay, gives us 750 pence. Alright, so now 125 divided by 750. Go with 8. 40. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. Oops, that's too much. That would give me 1,000. So let's try because it's 3, so let's do 6. It's 30. It's 18, 19, 20, 21. No, I'm sorry, 12, 15. And 6 and 7. There we go. Alright, so we end up with 5 shillings and 6 pence. So that is what he would be selling them for a gain of 10%. And in our final example, find the cost price when articles sold at 1 shilling 9 pence entail a loss of 12.5%. So now if we're working with a loss, we're not working with that full 100% anymore, that 100 pounds in our proportion, because we got less than that. So now the question is, what is 12.5% or 12.5 from 100? And let me double check, but I believe it's 87.5. Yeah, 87.5. Okay. So we have 87.5. Over the 1 shilling 9 pence equals 100 over our unknown value, because we want to know how much they bought it for. Alright, so now we have 1 shilling 9 pence times 100 divided by 87.5. So we've got 900 pennies and 100 shillings. Again, I'm just going to leave it in shillings and pennies for now, and if we need to convert it into pounds later, we can do that. But since our total value was 1 shilling 9 pence, I doubt we're going to get to pounds. And 87.5, so we've got 1 there. And that we know is 12.5, which gives us 1 more penny. And then we have this half. So if 12 shillings gives us a penny, half a shilling would give us, so now that, okay, so we've got, no, I'm going about this the wrong way. So we have 12, so that gives us 144. So 1/2 times 12 is 6, so that gives us 150. So we have 1,050 pennies. There we go. Okay, so 87 divided by 1,050. Okay, so here we've got the 1, 87 There we go. So it's going to give us another 0 to keep all of our decimals in the right place. So this is going to be 4, 10, 5, yep, 9, 14, 7, 1, bring down our 0, 2, 14, 15, 17. Okay, so that gives us 1 shilling and 12 pence. Alright. So again, you're just working in proportions, and all of those proportions you just need to really be thinking about where is that 100 going. In gain, it's always going to be either your first, if you're looking for the percent, it's going to be value 2. If you're changing a percent, you're going to be working with terms 1 and 2. If you're looking for a cost, it's going to be in term 3. Alright, let me know if you have any questions, and good luck in all of your future courses.